There's not a day that I don't sing. Like, I've never thought I would go to the semifinals, because it's like something huge. Like, a lot of students go like and audition, and the thing that I was chosen to be in the semifinals is amazing.
Before I could talk, my mom used to sing to me, and I would like sing back to her, and my dad thought it was weird because I could match pitches when I was like super small. I mean, you just do it because you only live once. So I feel like every opportunity to sing, if you want to like pursue singing or music, then you should take every opportunity.
It started out when I was just a little baby. My mom shows me videos sometimes of when I was a baby singing. Singing really, it basically makes me feel more alive and more like I belong. I've been told by a lot of family members by the time I turned 9 that I had a very talented voice. It's kind of really fun to sing. It just like, it just like clears all my thoughts and stuff. It's just really fun.
I started singing when I was 4. I wasn't like taking it seriously until I got in high school when I saw how people were singing, and it really inspired me and it motivated me to sing more. When you see a passion in yourself, even if you're nervous, it's not going to hurt anyone to try.
Since I was little, my parents just always kind of filled our house with music. I feel like if there's anything that anyone can enjoy, I feel like it would be music.
Most things feel great. There's like one thing that I'm actually good at that I can express myself and I feel like awkward about it around other people. I just see it.
And so is my younger sister. Keep practicing and practicing every day. I feel proud of myself, and then I always think that I'm gonna be a professional singer when I grow up. Don't let nothing stop you. You can always make a goal as long as you try as hard as you can.
I've always been singing. It's just I started singing to other people, mostly in high school, because I was very shy and singing from no one. I didn't even sing from my parents. You don't know what's gonna happen until you do it, so you just gotta be bold and go for it.
When I start singing, it makes me feel happy, like in this place where it's just peaceful, and it makes me really happy. Be confident in yourself and believe that you can do this.
Well, good evening. Welcome to another year of American Idol. Let's give it up for our contestants. Thank you guys for coming out on such a busy day, week, to support our students. They all have a lot of talent, so we want to thank you for coming out and supporting them. So before we start, we want to introduce our judges that are in the back. Our first judge is Tremaine Whitcliffe. He's a principal at Crossroads. Let's give him a hand. He does a lot with the community, he does a lot with our students, and I'm his work wife. So thank you for doing this today. Next, we have Keith Trimble. He's the choir director at AMS. He has been in jazz ballet performance, a collegiate soccer player, and is an Alief grad. He attended Reese, Miller, Albright, and Elsik. So thank you. We also have Kristen Stevens. She's a choir director at Klinsman. She played college volleyball and basketball before changing her major. She graduated from HBU, and she does Brazilian Jitsu Kickboxing. So thank you, judges, for taking time out to judge our students. All right, so everyone ready to get started? Yeah. All right. So we're going to start with elementary and intermediate. Our first contestant is Jada Strickland, a 6th grader from Youngblood. Come on out, Jada.
Maybe if we give her a big round of applause, she'll come back out. pitch is beautiful, your tone quality. The only thing that I really wish is that you would be a little bit looser on the stage. I know it's nerve-wracking with all these people out there, but you have something super special. You need to be confident on that stage. You own that stage when you're there. That was gorgeous.
All right. In a similar fashion, I think you have an amazing voice. Great voice. I would love to see you use more of that range. You really didn't give us the range until the end, but you have an amazing voice. In addition to that, we would love to see you work the stage. Look into your audience, look at them, and draw them into that beautiful voice of yours. Connect with your audience, but other than that, you got a lot of talent, sister.
Can you hear me okay, Jen? How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11 years old, wow. So what I want to tell you, just listening to you just then, the amount of control you have in your voice right now at 11 years old is actually ridiculous. Honestly, I'm a little bit jealous myself. Some days I don't have things like that, but amazing control. I'm all about control. You can do so many things with your voice. What I would tell you, that calmness and that even vibrato that you have in the middle of your voice and the lower part of your voice, I want you to take that same evenness and calmness at the top of your range. A couple times when you went to the top of your voice, it got a little squeaky, but again, I want you to take that same range in your lower range and your mid range and take that up to the top, okay? As well as work the stage like my colleagues here were telling you, okay? But again, amazing job. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Sabian Esparza, who's a third grader at Martin Elementary. Come on out. So he has laryngitis. So it's okay, but we just want to let you know before he starts singing, okay? So have your listening ears on. will. Thank you for being so brave. I'm gonna take you home. Okay, judges' feedback.
So first off, congratulations on making it this far. Singing with laryngitis, oh my goodness, I think I would stay backstage with that. Super great. I heard everything there. Again, I know you have laryngitis, and I felt everything there. I knew you had your performance down. Performance was amazing, but sometimes getting sick happens. You got to go out there, and what you did today, you made it happen even though you were sick, and that's an amazing job, everybody.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. As soon as you walked on stage, that big old smile just so nice. Smile, you have a great smile. The outfit was amazing. One thing I really appreciated was your gestures and the way you really put those gestures in the performance. In addition to that, even with laryngitis, your diction and word choice, the rolling of the tongue, I understood everything you were saying. And you're a real star.
You did such a wonderful job. Your stage presence, you look so at ease up there, and you performed so well. I mean, I'm just as impressed as my colleagues here that you had the courage to come out and sing with all of those obstacles facing you, and you overcame them, and you did it just in such a great style. Look at you. I mean, you did so awesome.
Okay, thanks for the feedback. Thank you, Sabian. And he gave you a little shimmy when he left. All right. Next, we have coming to the stage Allison Yano Miller, 5th grader.
I was seated by you, I think you know it. So I made up my mind, you must come to an end. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but it's time you lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just gonna look like a hero away. One more look like
feedback.
That was wonderful, Allison. I have a tiny bit of feedback that I think will help you. I noticed that you did a lot of choreography, and that's super because that can help relieve a lot of tension whenever you're on stage. It can make you look more comfortable, and it can give you something to do with your hands instead of just like being up there with the mic being like, I don't know what to do. So I can tell that you practiced that. But one thing I would really like you to practice is watching your face in the mirror, because your face can be much more expressive than what your body can do. So if you're watching what your face does, make sure that your face is matching everything that you're singing. That was very nice. You sang that very well. Thank you.
Allison, just to piggyback on what Kristen said, your face is really important, and your eye contact as well. I saw a couple moments where you were a little bit unsure. You looked down at the ground. Make sure your eye contact is somewhere back there, and every movement that you make on stage is 100%. At the beginning, you started off super high energy, but then as the song went on, you kind of faded. I feel like you felt a little bit unsure about yourself. But again, everything overall amazing. There was a lot of thoughts that went on for this performance. Amazing job. But I do want to tell you, if you do advance, I would love to see you do a song that shows off your voice a little bit more than that one.
Okay.
You have a great voice. You have a great voice, and we just want to make sure that you use it. Also, I want to give you kudos for actually moving around the stage, and you did try to come up with some type of choral. So we want to make sure that you kind of take it to the next level. I felt like you were concentrating a little bit. And you're such a beautiful young lady, so make sure that you smile and connect with the audience. I think you'll do a great job in the future, but still, you did a great job.
Thank you. Allison. And her sister's with her tonight. All right. The next contestant we have is Anjanelle Woodley, a fourth grader from Petrosky.
She just wants to be before she goes. Unnoticed she knows. No limit she craves. Attention she praises. An image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining. The eyes can't find it. Maybe we're made of iron, so she tries to cover up the pain and cut her rolls away. 'Cause cover girls don't cry. beautiful stars, you're beautiful.
All right. Judges, feedback.
On Janelle, right? How old are you, Lynn?
9 years old?
9 years old. On Janelle, you are off to an amazing start, especially being 9 years old. You're way advanced for your age. Only thing I would add for your performance is, I know you hear this hype section over to my left, right up here, right? So the only thing you have to add to your performance is levels. You got to start off soft, and then towards the end, you got to ramp it up a little bit. They turned up towards the end of the song. You got to turn up with them, okay? Yeah? Good job, though. Amazing job.
That is such a big voice for such a young person. That's spectacular.
Control, too.
Exactly, yes. One thing I would say, because you do have your own fan club out here, I think you should probably be a little bit more relaxed on the stage. You looked a little tense. And what I would suggest to make it look a little less tense, maybe add a gesture here and there, practice in the mirror. A focal point, exactly. If you don't feel like looking at the people in the audience, there's a way to trick them. You just look straight ahead at the wall and no one will ever know you're not looking at them. Or look right between their eyes and their forehead, it looks like you're looking into their eyes. That is a little trick if you don't want to make eye contact. It is so helpful and it gives people that sense of connection even if you don't feel like you need to be looking in their eyes because you're going to get nervous or something. But that's one of those fun tricks of the trade. But that was spectacular. That was just gorgeous.
All right. So you have a beautiful voice. You are a little star. And just the way you're rocking back and forth, I feel like you wanted to just unleash and move around a little bit more. It seems like you're a little constrained to that one particular spot. So remember, work that stage. Again, you had a great cheer section back there, but you can't let them overpower you on the stage. And if you see the audience rising up, you have to rise and increase even more because they are connecting with you. And that's one thing of being an artist, you want to connect with the people in the audience with you. So please use that range, use your projection, and you're going to the top.
Yes, you are! Thank you. Would you like? All right, let's go to our next contestant. Our next contestant is David Morales, fourth grader from Horn Elementary. Come on out.
20 years old. My story got told before the morning, 'cause my life was only once I was 20 years old. I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure, 'cause I know the story voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, that is those in favor. And if you don't leave before I leave, I hope I see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was trying by everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Sunset slowly travel around the world, no western roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. Mama brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm so sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Think the world is cold. Will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold? Will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
All right. Judges' feedback.
One thing I have to say is when I was his age, I was never that cool. I'm not that cool now. This kid has swag. I know all the girls love him at school. All right. So one thing I have to say is you have great articulation. You really brought a style to this song and you owned it. I mean, you're like a little young Frank Sinatra. You know what that is? Really cool. You brought your own style to this particular song. Your gestures were great. I can see just a little bit more expression and moving around, but you kind of played the cool thing really well. But you're going to have to learn how to just have a little bit of a range when it comes to your style. So go with the cool thing, but at the same time, make sure that you have other styles as well that you can bring to the genre. Good job.
That was really, really nice. That was your tone quality, just fabulous. Your vibrato, the centeredness of your sound. It's very mature for your age, and it's gorgeous. I love it. That is a beautiful sound. I did like what you did on stage. I liked how you were a little bit loose, and I liked how you were able to kind of get into it. I thought that you did a great job with your presentation.
Amazing job, just like everybody said, of course, amazing job. There's a lot of thought that went into this performance. Only thing I felt like I wanted more of is what you did at the end. You know how you did at the end when you went up octaves and got into your high voice? Once I was 60 years. Can you sing that for us real quick?
Yeah.
Sing that for us real quick. That part, you know what I'm talking about? When you took the changed a little bit. You went to your house. Can you sing that for us one time right now?
Once I'll be 60, soon I'll be 60 years old. When I think the world is cold, when I have a lot of children who can warm me, soon I'll be 60 years old.
Now, I want more of that. That's what we want more of. I want that. What you just did right there was amazing. We need more of that. Exactly. I found myself on the verses a couple times. You kept just spitting out notes. But you gotta loosen up, and again, give me more of that emotion that you gave us at the end. But again, overall, amazing job. Thank you, David.
Give it up for David again. Our last contestant for elementary and intermediate is Zoe Brown. Sixth grader. Come on out.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be a perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I drive, every path I make, every roll leads back to the point I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line with the sky, you see it coming, and no one knows how far it goes. Is the wind in my sail on the sea behind me? One day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, but maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong, I'm satisfied as I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The line where the sky you can see it coming, and no one knows how far it goes. Is the wind in my sail on the sea behind me? One day I'll know how far I'll go.
Judges, we're going to ask for your feedback.
So, that was awesome. I'm glad that you got up there. You were super confident. What I would really like to hear from you, though, is I feel like you were trying to project, even though you had a microphone right there. I feel like you were trying to project over everybody, which is typically the style whenever you're doing theater. But in this particular instance, you have a microphone. So what I would really like, I want to hear you actually do this. Can you sing it just a little bit softer and a little more gently?
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
Yes. Just like that. suggestion is whenever you are going to be singing with a microphone, know that that microphone is going to pick you up because it's right in front of you. And just sing a little bit more gently, and the sound man is going to help you out. If it is too soft, he will make the adjustment, but never sing louder than what your tone quality allows. I feel like you sacrificed a little bit of tone quality there because what you just did was like so much better, and it was more clear. You looked and sounded more relaxed just by doing that. So don't sacrifice volume for the tone quality, or flip that around. Don't sacrifice tone quality for volume. But great job with your stage performance. That was a good idea.
For me, you have a lot of confidence. Your outfit is amazing. I love the way you look. You have a beautiful voice. Again, for such an upbeat song, I would love to see the expressions in your face match the song as well. You were serious as far as your expressions were concerned, but other than that, I think you have a great voice. And one thing I also love is that you take criticism very well and you make quick adjustments. And that's awesome. Good job. Great job.
Zoe, hey, one more time for the dress. Zoe, just a couple more things. I'm going to piggyback on what Kristen said. You got to caress every note that you ever sing, okay? It's singing, you're singing, not like you almost did it like a rap. And again, you're like beating the notes down. Again, start off a little softer on those high points. Go, give it that energy, be a little bit more dramatic. And another thing I want to make you notice is your hands. Try to stay away from a bent wrist on stage. When you're moving, try to have like a open palm like that. Try not to move like that because it looks a little bit awkward. But other than that, again, amazing performance, a lot of thought went into it. Amazing job. Thank you.
Our middle school and high school, but before we start, I say this with love. So we ask that when the performers are singing, that you not talk in the audience, because when it's lights, like we can't see, but we can hear everything. So we ask that you not talk during the performance, and then while the judges are giving feedback, if you could silence your talking while they're giving feedback. But as long as they're singing, cheer them on. We really appreciate that. So let's go on to middle and high school. So for middle school and high school, we have Cheyenne Cabrales, who's a 12th grader at Kirk. Okay, let's hear from our judges.
Cheyenne, great mic work. I don't know if the audience knows, but you switching that mic, the distance from your mouth, amazing job. I didn't learn that until I was in college. Really good mic work. Also, I would say just bring it a little bit closer at the bottom of your range. I lost a lot of the bottom of your voice, especially at the beginning. But as it progressed, it did get a little bit better. But again, I say start a little bit closer at the bottom of your range. But amazing mic work, amazing performance. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of piggyback off of what you said, the lower notes. Make sure that you're using your breath support to really get down there on those lower notes. Those are tricky. I know a lot of people really will harp at you about supporting your higher notes. But whenever a note is at the bottom of your range, in order for it to sound full, in order for it not to sound gurgly, if you will, you really have to use that support system. Everything else, very nice. Your performance, presence, you looked real comfortable up there. The only thing else I would say, facial expression. Facial expression. You have such a beautiful face, and a lot of the time you were making kind of this closed, squinty eye thing. Yes, you looked a little in pain, and it made me a little bit uncomfortable because you would make that face right before you would go up into those higher places, and it made me feel a little uncomfortable. Like, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? Oh, whew, she made it. And so, if anything else, take a look at what you're doing with your face as you practice. Very nice job. Thank you. Very nice job.
All right. First of all, you look like a queen. I like to say it's a tough song, a very tough song. Requires a lot of emotion. And a lot of times we saw a lot of that emotion during the high parts, but during those subtle parts, you have to make it feel it. And some of those early parts of the song, I didn't really feel it until you went high. And so make sure that when you're working on those subtle parts, that you put a lot of expression and feeling into those parts, especially in the beginning. Also, remember, try not to keep your eyes closed all the time. And during those parts where, the song is not really moving and doing anything, you really have to monitor what you're doing yourself as far as your stature, the way your movement, and things of that nature. So make sure that you work that stage, all right? But good job. Good voice.
Good job. Okay, next we have coming to the stage Glendis Valdez from ENGC 9th grade.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you. Yes, you feel like, oh, you're like a dream come true. 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone that you should know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Oh, let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were
That was beautiful. You have such a lovely quality in your sound. I could feel it. I wanted to connect with you so bad, but you kept looking down. I wanted you to look up. I wanted to feel that. But you kind of did this number, and I was like, oh, just look up, just look up, just look up. Because it was so beautiful. And I wanted to feel that. I wanted to feel what you were feeling as you sang it, because you sang it with a lot of expression. And I feel like if you had just picked a spot in the audience to look, we would have gotten more of that connection, even more than what we did just by listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Again, I think you nailed the voice part of it. Just piggybacking from what Kristen said. You gotta get your eyes up. So what I want to do is give you another shot at that. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna come right back here. Can you look at me with your eyes this way? Can you sing that? Let me photograph the bridge. Sing that for us. Let me photograph.
Let me photograph you in this light.
Stop. But now, can you stretch your hand out like this, like you're talking? Like you're talking. Stretch your hand
like this, arms straight down.
No. Yeah. Out like this. So I want you to look at me
like you're singing to him, like you're singing a love song to him.
Yeah, like a love song. Sing it again. Photograph. Bridge. Right there.
Let me photograph you in this.
Next time.
Amazing voice. After agreeing with my cohorts here, your voice is beautiful.
Thank you
so
so
we
much.
have to make sure that we connect with the audience. If I was a record label, we could sell records all day long because we will not see you on the radio. But if we have to take you on the road and we have to book shows, we have to have expression. We have to have you work the stage, work the audience. You know, the way you're holding the mic right now was almost like a security blanket. Like you literally held onto that mic concentrating, but if we saw a little bit more movement and expression, I guarantee, you're going to the top. You have the voice.
Thank you. The next contestant that we have is Ryan Bond. He is a 12th grader. Come on out, Ryan.
Put a spell on you. Because you're mine. But stop the thing you do. Tell you right now.
awesome. That was awesome. You were so entertaining to watch, and your voice just fabulous. That was a spectacular performance.
Thank you so much.
That was so good. You didn't look a tad bit nervous. You connected with the audience. You worked that stage. You worked that mic stand. It was wonderful. Everything that I wanted to see. It was so entertaining. I didn't want it to end.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, Brian, you're a bad boy. So let's get down to it. Just going on to the next round. If you advance to this, I wanna see you do a song that shows off a lot more that top in the middle range. A couple times when you went down to the low range, I lost it a little bit, and overall it did kind of get a little bit repetitive as the song went on. You got that same one probably about maybe 4 or 5 times, but going on. Pick a song that shows up. The top range, I hear that you have a whole bunch of top, and it stays in that middle voice, okay? But again, amazing job.
Yeah.
You did a great job, first of all. Great job. Remember, never let expression and performance outdo the actual singing. You know, make sure that, there are certain parts of times when you really got into your performance that you got a little pitchy and you missed a few notes. But I do know for a fact that you can sing. And you are a star, but we have to have balance. Remember, performance and singing go hand in hand, so good job.
All right, our next contestant is Bridget Ferris Hughes, a 10th grader from Taylor High School.
singing part was just gorgeous. It was so controlled, so soft. The pitch was right on, nice and centered. Oh, that soft section is beautiful. It was beautiful. Not that the rest wasn't, but that part was just, ooh, stuck me through the heart. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Ooh-wee. First of all, you are a star. The complete package. First of all, you have great control over your voice and range. Control, like a professional. In addition to that, you work that stage. I can feel your expression. You really connected with the audience. You got it, girl.
Before we go on to our next contestant, we have the winner from last year here. I think she's still here. I just wanted to recognize her. Tian An, are you here? Stand up. She's with the turn up crowd in the back.
Yeah, we need to have that guest performance.
She's awesome.
All right. Our next contestant is Jalen. And just to let you know, Jalen wrote the lyrics to the song.
Oh
Off the chain, dog. Man. I really don't think people in this audience understand what actually just took place because they don't hear a lot of men singing their low voice. What you just did, off the chain, so much control. And again, I have the same voice type, so I remember being you have to be super strategic when you pick any kind of song. But again, amazing control. You need to record somewhere and someplace. Amazing job.
And I'm going to piggyback on that as far as recording is concerned. One, I got to give you kudos for writing a record. At the same time, I can hear you in the studio recording, and you definitely have engineers that can create that clarity and bring out that clarity. But when we're performing, even though you do have a low voice, we need that projection and articulation so we can actually hear what you're saying. And so that's going to be the difference from touring or just being a studio artist. So make sure that you work on both. But other than that, great content. I was trying to listen to your words, and I could tell they're very deep and really nice. But if I have to concentrate, then we have a small issue there. So make sure the articulation is there and clarity. But you're going to be a star.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing. It might help you with the mic. You spitting on the mic right now. You got your hands covered. And again, I know Bryson Tiller to the max. Yes, Bryson Tiller. But if you hold the mic when you're in the bottom of the range, you can't cover any of that mic at all. And it's different one at low range. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The mic stole my mind, man. The mic, that's what I was gonna say, is I had a little bit of trouble hearing all of that goodness because it was a little muffled. And I feel like that's just because of the way you were holding the microphone.
Yeah.
So if you could try holding it the way you did whenever you went on up in those and whenever you first started off, that's the same placement of that microphone. It needs to be right there in front of your face. The way the microphone is set up, I know it's got that round covering. Where you kind of hold it, you got to be right in it. Does that make sense?
And that's the rapper stance.
I know you probably can't see me making this motion back here because it's dark.
Gotta sacrifice some swag so we can get that sound.
So this is the microphone. You have to have your mouth right here at the top of it. Right there, not on the side because there's not a mic there. Sorry guys, that was weird.
Hey, off the chain.
But that was really nice.
Our last contestant is Egypt Hearn from Albright. Judges.
I'm going to tell you one thing. Listening to you made me want to call my wife. Baby, I love you. You did an amazing job.
Wait a minute, her or me?
You could not do this out there. You did an amazing job. A lot of control. The range, be very careful when you go really high. Be very careful because you have the potential to crack. But you did a fabulous job. I'd like to see you move around as far as on the stage, but you did a lot of great gestures. I think you did a great job. You have an amazing voice. You are a star.
Thank you.
I don't know how much moving around I do with those shoes. Those shoes are pretty killer. You're doing great. I would like to have fallen off and died by now. But those are so off the shoes. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
Your runs were so clean and so precise. That amount of precision is just, it's so difficult, and for you to do that at such a young age is just phenomenal.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Again, amazing job. I would say just careful when you approach the top. If you start off heavy on the bottom, going up towards the top, the top is going to be heavy as well. Just be careful when you approach those high notes. That song right there, the song is a vibe. It's a super chill song. If you advance, I'd like to see you sing something that's a little bit more competition style, a style song. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
Something that shows off your voice a little bit more, not just vibing a little bit. Okay. But again, amazing job.
Thank you.
Okay. While we are tallying things in the back, we'd like to thank you for coming. The results should be in just a few seconds. Well, not seconds, a few minutes. But while we're waiting for them to be tallied, we want to bring on our Deputy Superintendent, Ms. Ava Montgomery. She has some words for us, so give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Just one more big round of applause for all of our contestants, all of our Alief Idols. They were awesome. I just can't believe it. I have never seen so much talent, and I just want to say that for all of you, all of our parents in the audience, I just want to, and family members and supporters and teachers and staff and administrators that are here supporting your students, congratulations to you. Thank you for being the support behind your child, your student. I know that this group of talent, it just can't happen without you, so I want to thank you for that. Did you guys know that there were over 150 entries in this contest? And so we got down, yes, 150. We got down to 12 students, so it's just amazing. So I want you all to know that although we are selecting kids for the finals tonight, every child that even entered is a winner, and the students that made it to the final 12, the 6 elementary intermediate group and the 6 secondary group, they're all winners. So we really do appreciate that. Yeah. Mr. Chambers, H.G. Chambers, who's our superintendent of schools, could not be here tonight. And so I did want to bring thanks. He's so sorry he couldn't make it. He missed a show tonight. But the great thing is I hear that we are Facebooking this live. I don't know if that's true. I've never Facebooked live, but he doesn't Facebook. Hastings High School Principal Lynette Miller's in here, but thank you to Ms. Miller and to the Hastings staff for hosting this event. We really appreciate that. Yes. We also want to thank our sponsors, Barron Studios, Caring Friends Incorporated, and NITYA Capital. Thank you for sponsoring the Alief Idol. I'd also like to thank, we have, I think, one of our board of trustees, Mr. John Wynn, who is here with us tonight. He is always supporting all things Alief.